We've got all that and a lot more on DXB today. Welcome in to yet another edition of DXB today. It's great to have your company over the course of the next hour or so. I hope you've had a lovely day here in the city that keeps on delivering. And of course, to look forward to tonight, we're going to focus on all things design. That's going to be our big focus over the course of the show, looking indoors, outdoors, wherever you want to look at the moment. You will find creativity here. This has really become a hub for design and designers. Big focus on that, but that ain't all in this diverse of cities. Let's see what else is coming up tonight.
Paris signs up for a day to reset by the shore with Ignite Water Sports, with a stand-up paddleboard session followed by some sound healing.
And the incredibly talented Trick is going to join us live in the studio. You don't want to miss it. Tom, really interesting what you were saying about Dubai becoming a design hub, and it has been, I mean, it's been happening over the last, 10, 15 years. Even behind you, we've got the incredible Museum of the Future. Why do you think it has I mean, not literally, sorry to peek behind the curtain there, but why do you think Dubai has become this design and creative?
I think it's that optimism. You know, there's optimism in the air here, optimism and opportunity, and that is a perfect fit for so many different industries, but it seems to be sort of made for the design industry, you know, and we're seeing designers from all different backgrounds now coming to the UAE to forward their visions. You know, designers are visionaries in their own right. They come up with these extraordinary solutions, these extraordinary ideas, the extraordinary creatives. Many parts of the world, they will come up against people who go, like it, but it's just not going to happen, is it?
Yeah.
Whereas it's the old computer says no mentality. Whereas here, it's like it, let's do it. You know, and I think that is something that really inspires so many. Method.
Well, that's true. Like we have the Burj Khalifa from like a bird's eye view. You can see a beautiful flower there. But also, like, you need to understand, like, Dubai has a melting pot of different nationalities. Every one of them has a flavor that they want to ingest to the city and make it their own. And with the future out on the horizon, and we're like looking more towards the computers and AI and all of that, our way of expressing ourselves have enhanced and immersed into a way that we've never thought before.
I find it really fascinating when I go up to places like the Palm or Emirates Hills or one of these developments where people have bought plots now and they've been able to sort of express themselves through their designs. And you're finding this sort of extraordinary melting pot of architectures and designs from all corners of the globe, all coming together within the hub of design that is Dubai.
And that's exactly what you were saying, because today we're going to focus not only on just that kind of architecture side of thing, but the interior design side of it. Because you think about not only those properties, but think of the hotels that are here. I met a guy once who literally just designed doors for hotels.
Yeah.
What a job. Right, well, we could talk about this for ages.
Yeah.
We're not the experts. Oh, we're not, right?
We like to
No,
pretend,
we're
we
not
like
the
to pretend we
experts.
are, don't
I
we?
tell you who are the experts, though. We are going to have not one, but two guest co-hosts tonight. So let's find out who they are.
Hi, I'm Ceebo,
And I'm Khalid.
and we're the co-founders of Creative Clinic.
We're really excited to be here tonight and can't wait to see you soon.
Well, Ceebo and Khalid will join us right here in just a little bit. But first, as summer is fast approaching, we're taking wellness to the next level by combining two unique activities, stand-up paddle and sound healing. That too with Paris. Take a look.
Today, I'm starting off my morning in a very out-of-fashion way for me because I'm going to be starting things healthy with Ignite Water Sport. We're going to be doing sound healing on the water, doing a bit of e-foiling, and checking out the really cool merchandise which is for sale. We're also going to be speaking to the co-founder and CEO, Mr. Guillaume. And here we are with CEO and co-founder of Ignite, Mr. Guillaume Mariol. Thank you so much for being on DXB today.
Thank you, Faris.
Now, I say Ignite, I don't say Ignite Water Sport because there's so much that you guys are involved with. Can you give us a little brief on that?
Ignite, our mission is to educate people on healthy lifestyle habits and create opportunities for movement. And we do this through three main pillars. There's the corporate pillar, where we have Ignite Team Building and Ignite Corporate Wellness. There's the personal pillar, where we have fitness and wellness, which is PT and managing gyms. There's also Ignite Water Sports and Home Spa. We go to companies and do the massage, but also to people's homes. We had some great success stories. The community came behind us to make Ignite Water Sports what it is today.
And it's interesting you mentioned the community, because I know a lot of places like this, water sports centres, they sort of gear themselves towards the tourists, but it's different for you, isn't it?
We are a lifestyle venue, but we focus on water sports. Our core community is UAE residents, and we need to make sure that we give them a premium service, but at community prices.
Now let's talk more about the specifics of what we can do. So I know that a little bit later on I'm going to be doing the stand-up paddleboarding, I'm going to be doing the sound healing, but there's so much on offer. Can you go through a few of the things that residents and tourists can enjoy?
We have a range of non-motorized water sports services, from stand-up paddleboarding to kayaking. We have the transparent versions of them. We have the giant sup where you can put a family on or a group of friends. We have e-foils. E-foils are those electric boards that go up in the air. And a very, very special class is the SUP sound healing. We are the only venue to do it in the UAE.
I mean, I can't wait to do it myself, because sound healing is always a relaxing experience, being out on the water, feeling the waves. I can't wait. Can you tell us a little bit about the packages and the different offers you have on different days?
One package that we have is called the Wellness Weekend. So on a Saturday, you will pay 200 dirhams. You will do the yoga, you can have an ice plunge, you can have a paddle and a coffee. Now that's at your leisure. You don't need to do it back to back. You can also use it as a credits to come at another time. We offer that flexibility.
Amazing. Guillaume, thank you so much for being on DXB today.
Thank you very much. Thank you, guys.
Well, this has been the perfect way to start my weekend. Did a bit of sound healing, I've got my movement in, some sunlight and some water sport as well. Thank you so much to Guillaume and the whole team at Ignite. Can't wait to see you down here. I'm going to get back on the water and we'll see you next time.
Faris there with a few designs on his own lifestyle and, of course, your lifestyle as well. Talking of designs, our co-hosts today are trailblazers in the world of design and more specifically interiors, having orchestrated some of the most stunning spaces anywhere in the city. It's an absolute pleasure to welcome the creative forces behind Creative Clinic. Please welcome Ceebo, Shah and Khalid Sharan from Creative Clinic. Gentlemen, thank you so much indeed. Great to have you with us.
Thank you for having us.
So where do we kick off this wide and ranging conversation? Let's kick it off right here in this extraordinary city that we all call home. Every city has a sort of traditional architecture, but to my point, it's difficult to sort of pinpoint a traditional architecture here, given the fact that the culture here is so cosmopolitan. It has been a melting pot of cultures for so long, and therefore there seem to be themes of designs from all corners of the globe. Is that a fair assessment or not?
It's turned into this melting pot of design as well, and it's almost developing its own design now, where we're almost exporting our vision to the rest of the world.
Wow.
Whereas before it was, we focused on a lot of traditional elements of the culture and society, and now because we've become so international, we're at the forefront of.
So we almost
design,
we have a brand of Dubai design now, do we?
Right, I think so. I feel like, especially when it comes to luxury and hospitality and nightlife, I think we're beginning to now export that to the world, whereas before we were importing it.
Like that.
It's such an interesting one. Khalid, bringing you in on this because, yeah, exactly as Ceebo just said, when we travel from the UAE, we stay in different hotels and we're like, it's not quite the
We're
UAE
spoiled.
style. We are so spoiled.
Absolutely. And the beauty of it, I would say, Dubai is a young city that's extremely proud of its youth, and it's just showing it off, basically. So we're setting new standards in service, in hospitality, and obviously in design. Like Ceebo just said, when it used to be always an inspiration that came from outside in. Now we're at a point where we proudly carry the name Dubai wherever we travel, and it's always met with a wow.
And do people genuinely ask you that? They kind of like, right, we want the Dubai look and feel in their properties?
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
It's became more of a statement of modern luxury. What it really means, luxury is completely different to what people used to perceive it over the years. And now it's about being understated. It's about being a conversation starter. Luxury now is telling a story rather than just looking a certain way. And we love that. We're in a city that celebrates it, that enables it, and it's exciting.
Yeah.
And of course, like design isn't only about the visual, but also the sensory and the smell. Everything that we see and touch has a design element in it. So how has it enhanced and like the way that we used to kind of not only feature our homes, but also the environments that we live in?
It's all about curating the entire experience. It's everything down from the scent to the type of art you use, to the colors. It's about creating a narrative, and that's where design was not that heavily focused, but now it's all about creating the full user experience from start to finish. Entering the space, leaving the space, you have a full experience.
I want to tap into, let's dive into the clinic. Take me into the clinic, fellas, if you can, because I want to get into Creative Clinic, because when nothing is impossible when it comes to design, and when we are getting so much, so many extraordinary visions coming to fruition here, at what point do you speak to the customer's always king or queen, of course, we know that, but when the narrative just gets too much, at what point do you guys have to come in and say, okay, that I like the idea, but it's not feasible and not possible? Is that something we can do, we do here?
Oh, most definitely. And now after doing this for so long, for 13 years, now we could read it at a very early stage and know that whatever, steer the discussion into an achievable direction. But the beauty of the city is that the attitude is contagious, and people are motivated to upgrade and enlarge and go to the full scale. The minute they see these drawings, the minute they see what the competition is doing, it's a never-ending race. And
we have such a big offering that everyone wants to just one-up each other. So it's what do we think of next? What do we design next? How do we make this more special? How do we make the experience more memorable? So it's a city like Dubai. It's almost at the moment it's unending. It's just the bar keeps. We're setting the bar internationally. we have clients that come to us internationally now, whereas we were designing for people in Dubai. But now people are coming internationally saying we want a Dubai experience here.
Yeah, I love that.
Which is very interesting, because now I'm curious to know what's the most interesting project that you've worked in.
That you can tell us about, but just tell us anyway.
It's really difficult to pick one, but there are several exciting stories.
Okay, I'll rephrase it if you don't mind, Matha. What's the project then that a client has come to you with a ridiculous request and you've nailed it?
I would say we're very proud of Opa. It's a homegrown restaurant concept that has been so successful and franchised out to 7 different countries. And it's a homegrown concept. Obviously, we worked with D-Mind, the group behind it. So it was their vision in terms of a culinary experience. But the main challenge we had is that we had to transform an existing restaurant of theirs into a new concept at a really short time. And just like that, Opa turned into a beautiful success story that's in 7 different countries.
Wow.
And that's one of those venues that has been exported out to the rest of the world, and it originated in Dubai. So
let's talk environment if we can. And there's 2 elements to this, obviously, with the sustainability that is key to the industry at the moment. But equally, if you get something like a blank canvas of a controlled environment indoors, how much more of a challenge is it when you get that blank canvas outdoors and are asked to design that space, given that outdoor space might become challenging at certain points during the year?
Right, we have to think about its conversion 6 months out of the year, because
you factor that in from the start.
We factor that in from the start, because we realize how hot it gets, and we still need the space to work. So it's all about covering the right spaces, using the right materials.
And having an extreme weather made it a bit more challenging to find the right materials to work with and the right outdoor furniture to work with. And that resulted with us actually building our own in-house production facility, where we actually build everything from scratch, made in Dubai for the Dubai weather. So we know what materials work best, what kind of wood could actually withhold the humidity of the summer. But like Ceebo said, it's actually always factored that an outdoor venue would operate at its maximum potential
when we first started in Dubai, we'd notice a lot of the owners would start changing their furniture yearly, or every 2 years, things would start cracking, fading because of the sun. So we had to figure out different little ways to, you know, overcome that.
And I think it's interesting because that's the experience that's why you come to you, right? It's like we did it when we first moved to Dubai. We're like, this patio furniture is going to be fine.
Yeah.
And then it's melted. Listen, chaps, stick around, please, because you're guest co-hosting for us. But for now, we're just going to, tell you what's going to come up. We're going to be intersecting design and educational experiences to nurture young minds with the Vice President of the Dubai Institute of Design and Innovation. He'll be here very shortly.